And here we go. Hello again. Here we are today for the second session of the Web3 Basics Masterclass. Today we are going to talk about NFTs, the future of digital assets. Today we are live streaming on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube. And also there is the webinar, of course, where people have registered for. Everyone that has been or that has registered for the webinar will for sure have the replays too. Today I'm excited. I feel better than last week. I felt a bit, in pain after the surgery that I had. People didn't notice it apparently, but today I'm, let's say, more full of energy. So without further ado, I would say let's go. I will also have a look at the comments through StreamYard. I'm not sure if I will see every comment because, there is a lot of places that we are streaming, but I'll try to do my best to keep an eye on them. So, my name is Yuri Belast, as you already know, and I'm a Web3 marketing strategist. And so what is the schedule now for this masterclass? I already said last week was the first session. That session was around Web3 and digital identity. So if you have not created yet your digital identity, I mean, if you haven't bought yet your Web3 domain name and you haven't linked that domain name yet to a wallet address, that's actually one of the first actions I think that you should take. If you haven't done it yet, I would encourage you to go back to last week's recordings and watch it again to see how you can do that. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. So today is about NFTs, and it's a bit later than last week because the people in the PST time zone, I also want them to be present. And next week is session 3, which will be about the metaverse, which will be at the same time as we are doing the live stream now. Let's go to the first explaining slide. I need to give you some theory before I will show you how you can use NFTs, how you can even create and mint an NFT for your own business. So that's actually what I want to show you in a nutshell. But first, what are NFTs? Well, NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Yuri, will you say, what are non-fungible tokens? Well, another name is unique digital assets, or sometimes people call them also digital collectibles, to make it easier to understand, because NFT seems like a technical term, which I can understand if Web3 is new for you. So NFT is unique. They are unique digital assets and they cannot be exchanged on a one-to-one basis. What do I mean by that? So it's important to understand the difference between non-fungible and fungible. Fungible tokens are interchangeable, like, for instance, cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, for instance. If I give you one Bitcoin and you give me another Bitcoin back, it has the same value. It's interchangeable. If I give you $1, you give me $1 back, it's interchangeable. Same thing with euros or another currency. Now, non-fungible tokens are not interchangeable because they have unique properties and values. And what are these unique properties and values? Now, we will show this a bit later in this session of the masterclass. But it's important to understand the concept of non-fungible. Another, I would say, I can't call it feature, but it's really important that the NFTs, there is an aspect of ownership and also of scarcity. Ownership, NFTs actually represent a verifiable digital ownership, because we can see it on the blockchain that Yuri or someone else really owns this NFT. it's on the blockchain. So we know once it's on the blockchain, it's transparent. Everyone can see it. It's secure. It's, it's hammered in the blockchain, and people cannot change it. It's there. So it's people can verify it and can be sure of it because it's on the blockchain. And also it's a clear, clear chain of ownership and provenance that is established by an NFT. Now, you can also look at it from the aspect of scarcity, because rarity and uniqueness of assets can be verified also on the blockchain. We can have limited editions, like I have a limited edition of an NFT that you will be able to get if you're watching to this session. But also one-of-a-kind items. So I can have, for instance, imagine the Mona Lisa has an NFT, which, belongs to the owner of the Mona Lisa. There is only one real Mona Lisa. So there is only one-on-one NFT, and the NFT could be like a certificate that this person owns the Mona Lisa, or this institution owns the Mona Lisa. And also, because of the scarcity aspect, it can increase value for collectors and for investors. And now, two other aspects of NFTs are the indivisibility, if that's even a word in English. NFTs are whole units, and they cannot be broken into smaller parts. I cannot cut the Mona Lisa into parts. It's one NFT. If that exists in an NFT, that would be, one NFT. They are bought, sold, and traded as complete assets, these NFTs that I'm talking about. And that is the contrast with cryptocurrencies, because you can have, instead of one Bitcoin, you can cut it into, let's say, 1,000 pieces and have like 1,000 of a Bitcoin. You can buy that. So that's possible. So that's the difference between NFTs and cryptocurrencies, one of the differences. Another aspect is the metadata and the smart contracts. NFTs contain metadata, and that describes the asset properties, if you want, ownership, history, and so on. Smart contracts can be used to enable functionality, like licensing. For instance, if someone, if someone sells the NFT that I sold to this person, I still get 10% of commission if they sell it. So if I sell my NFT for, let's say, $10 or 1 ETH or X Bitcoin, and this other person resells it, of course, they get the money or they get the crypto, but I still get the commission, and I can define this in the smart contract. Another aspect can be custom features that can be entered into the smart contract. But I give you some examples later in this session. So a question also that people ask, okay, there is the bear market and so on. Are NFTs still a thing? Is that something that people are still looking at? Is that still interesting? Because people think often about, making gains on NFTs and on crypto, but it's not only about that. NFTs can represent many more things than only I would say the value. Like I already said, there can be functionalities, features added to the NFT. Now, there is a conference going on as we speak, NFT NYC, so in New York, about NFTs. And so I was curious, are people really engaging with this content? So because that's a proof that it's still a thing, if you want. So I did the research on Twitter, because that's a platform for Web3, and I saw that 24,000 tweets were tweeted in the last 48 hours. And that was the day before the conference and the first day of the conference. There were 14,000 people tweeting, so that's a lot of people. There were almost 3,500 pictures put on Twitter about the conference, and there were 124 million of impressions. So that's huge. This gives an idea that NFTs are not dead. I also had an overview about the best participants. So you see that the best tweets, they get like 4 million of impressions. So that's amazing. They have like 13,000 interactions with those tweets. or more than 1,000 also. It's already good also. So you see that lots of things are going on in the NFT space. Some of the best tweets I also looked up, and you see that those tweets are done by NFT. For instance, NYC has 120,000 followers. And if they do a tweet, you see that there are a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, and so on going on. But they are not the only one. They're just, of course, logically in the top 5. Some of the best pictures you see, just to show you that there is really life going on inside the NFT space, because I hope to be there next year at the conference. This year I couldn't make it, and also I'm here with you guys to do this masterclass. But you see, it seems like a really cool event, and there are other events in this space. So you see, it's still a thing. Now, I also created myself NFTs. So I created now 4 NFTs, and I will release the 5th one for you guys that are watching to this webinar or to this live stream. My first NFT actually was a password protected NFT linked to my podcast CMO Stories. Now, what is special about CMO Stories, about this NFT? That is that I had a password. And I gave this password to people listening to the podcast. So in certain episodes, I gave that password, and people could buy the NFT only with the password. So by using that technique, I knew who are the people that are really listening to my podcast, because they can get the NFT. The next NFT was a community NFT that people could get for free. The first one was, the community NFT was not for free, but was, I think, a few dollars in price. And the first one was like $25. So people could get it and be in my community and, have some features like know the calendar of the guests that I would have, and ask questions and so on for the future guests. And then the third one was my survey NFT, which I will show you. I will show a short video in a minute. The survey NFT, I gave them to the people who were participating in my survey, where I was asking about the state of Web3 marketing in 2023. And as a gift, as a thank you, I sent them the NFT. And NFT was also, a key to unlock the results of the survey. And then afterwards, I created a second NFT, which was for sale, which also I gave to people that participated in the survey but missed the first edition. And then also, if people still wanted to get the results, but they weren't participating, they could buy it. So let me just show you now how this works. And also something I forgot to tell you. I will show you. It's alive, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just look up one of the banners. I wanted to show you, because I get questions from people. How did you, create all these metrics about Twitter? You can also do them about other social media. Well, I used uri.link/metricool. That's the tool where you can go to. If you use this link, there will be additional advantages. If you want to try out Metricool, just use this link, uri.link/metricool. Sorry for that interruption. I still wanted to show you that one. Let's now go to the video that has been made by Carlos Diaz, who is the founder of 𝐿𝐞𝐻, and he has made a video on how I used, the NFT on 𝐿𝐞𝐻 to unlock access to my survey results. So let's go and watch together.
Is Jory, that is a user of 𝐿𝐞𝐻, and I saw he just minted a new NFT. He made a survey about the state of Web3 marketing in 2023. And if you buy his NFT, you've got bonus content. As you can see, I cannot see this content. It's locked, and I have to buy this NFT to unlock this content. So I propose we do the experience together. I'm going to buy this content. I'm going to click on collect now, and I'm going to buy it with crypto, and I'm going to pay with ETH, connecting my wallet here, and I confirm the transaction. Here we go. I've got the NFT. It's now inside my wallet. If I close this window, as you can see, now I can reveal the content attached to this NFT. And as you can see, there is a PDF attached to this NFT. And now I can download this PDF. Here we are. And I've got this content. So every time I go to this page, now I can see the content attached to this NFT, which is pretty cool, by the way.
And there I am again. Yeah, you have seen what he explained. If someone buys my NFT, what Carlos did by buying the NFT, they had directly access to value. In this case, this value was the report I made about the state of Web3 marketing in 2023. So let's now go to the next slide, because that's also really interesting for you guys. I can imagine that you say, yes, but okay, this should really be difficult to create those NFTs. How did you do that, Yuri? Well, there are different parts in it. I will show you how you can, once you have something that you want to share as an NFT, how to do that. But you can share anything as an NFT. This can be an image, it can be a picture, this can be an artwork, this can be a video, this can be even like a PDF, this can be an audio file. With Uncut, you have video, image, and audio as options, but an NFT can be anything. And so I created my NFTs with AI art. I created them with Midjourney, which I can also show you perhaps in another video if you would like that. That's also some of the things that we are discussing in my W3X mastermind, which is meant for marketers and entrepreneurs that want, to get their feet wet and want to use Web3 for their business. But this part, I will show it also I will do a really short demo so that you can see how the NFT or the image that I created with Midjourney, or I created an NFT out of that image. And actually, this will be the image, the NFT that you will get, that will be on the blockchain, that you will be able to get for free. And then you will have access to the recordings. And also you will be able to sell it afterwards if you want. You will see that there is a value attached to the NFT. So I would say, let's go ahead, because this can really be interesting for you guys. Pay attention. And if you have questions, let me know. So let's go ahead. Okay, there we are on the Uncut platform. So here you see a couple of my own NFTs that I've already created. Then when I click on my network, I see all the people that are the closest to me in terms of NFTs. So who are the people that have the most NFTs in common with me? And I see that TTS and Joel.com are two people that have a lot of NFTs in common with me. So our interests are likely to be aligned. So that's interesting to know, but that's not why we came here. So here you see all the NFTs that I have, not only minted on Uncut, but also from other places. Now let's go and hit the Mint NFT button on the upper right side. I choose for the CMO Storage smart contract. There we go. And then we need to choose the template. Will we create an image token, an audio token, or a video token? In my case, I will choose for the image token. As I promised, if you listen or watch all of the sessions, this is the NFT that you will get. And the NFT is not only an artwork on itself, but also through the NFT, you will get access to the recordings. So let's scroll down. Of course, we need to give a good title to the NFT, and we need to add a description. And at the end, we can choose a collection. On the next screen, we can add the benefits. Here, I've added 3 benefits. So access to the recordings of session 1, which was about Web3 and digital identity, access to the recordings of this session, which is about NFTs, and also access to the replay or the recordings of the third session, which will be about the metaverse. And then when we scroll down, you see the place where I will need to add the bonus content once the 3 sessions have been recorded. Then let's go to the revenue screen. Here we define, of course, the price of the NFT, which is if people would buy it. I said, okay, let's define a price of 0.04 ETH, which is around $80 if you buy it. But as said, if you watch all 3 sessions and you reach out to me, then I will airdrop you the NFT for free. And as you see, the number of copies is limited because I want to have a limited edition NFT. I could also decide to split the revenue, but for this NFT, it's not really relevant because I give it away for free. And at the end, we can also define the royalties percentage. So if you would sell the NFT on another platform, I still get 10%. That's also something that you can define in the smart contract for every NFT that you create and that you sell. Okay, let's go to the drop details. We can define a date. When will we drop the NFT? But I will do it now so that it's directly available. We could add a password. The password is optional, which I already did for my CMO Stories podcast NFTs. And I can do an airdrop, of course, to different people, as already mentioned. And I can make the NFT really private. If I don't want everyone to be able to buy it, I can also make it a private link. And then now we are ready to mint the token. You see minting in progress. Minting may range from somewhere between a few seconds and a few minutes. And yes, there you have the token, the Web3 Basics Masterclass 2023 token is already available. You see it with a J from Yuri in it. And if you click on the overview, you see it's listed with all the other NFTs on my dashboard. So there we are back again. So now you have seen it didn't take much time. Once you have your art ready and you know what is the value that you will link to this NFT, to put it out there and put it available so that people can buy it. I use the Uncut network, and the advantage of that is that people can buy the NFT with their credit card. They don't even need a wallet at that moment. So that makes it really easy, for me and for others to have people from outside of the Web3 space coming into the Web3 space and getting their first NFT. This was actually what happened with a lot of the people that got my NFT that was linked to my my research study, my survey, if you want, about the state of Web3 marketing in 2023. And let me come back so that you see me. So now I already mentioned it, but this NFT is like a key to unlock access to, the video recordings of the 3 sessions. If you want to have access, if you're now watching to this session, then you can send me a message. And what do I need? I need one of these 3 things: either your Web3 domain name in the ideal world, if that is linked to your digital wallet, for instance, in my case, cmostories.eth or yuri.nft. If you listen to or you watch the first session, then you know all about it. Or if you haven't this Web3 domain name, you can just send me your digital wallet, which is a complex number, as you know. Or, and that's maybe for most of you the case, you can send me your email address if you don't have a wallet yet. And then we make sure that you get this NFT for free. Even if you will see that it's for sale now, you saw the price, even if it's for sale, I will airdrop you the NFT for free and you will directly get access to the recordings. Of course, I will only do this after the 3 sessions have been finished, of course. So this will be after next week, Thursday. So this as just as an example, also how NFTs can be used, of course. And then NFTs that I have, because I have also NFTs that I didn't create myself, but that I bought, like for instance, the 𝐶X NFT. That's an NFT that gives me access to an event every year. Actually, 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐜 did kind of the same thing as Gary V did. You know, you buy an NFT and you have access to an event every year. But in the case of 𝐶X, it's an never-ending ticket. So I can go every year. And at the moment that I bought the NFT, now Ethereum has gone up in price, but at that moment, it was like the same price, 1-year ticket or a never-ending ticket. So what would you pick? And also I am in his community, in Joe's community, because of the NFT that I bought. So for me, that was a no-brainer. Another example is my penthouse in the metaverse. We will talk about it next week, but I have bought my penthouse, not as a penthouse, but as an NFT. I bought an NFT, which was actually the certificate that proved that I owned the penthouse. And so by using the NFT, I log in the metaverse and I unlock, if you want, my penthouse so that I can do everything I want with it. I can put stuff, like you see there, I have put pictures on the wall. I can do everything in my penthouse, add my content, and it's actually like a website, if you want. You will see this next week. My thinking is that people will spend more time in my metaverse than on my website, finally. But okay, we will discuss that next week. Another NFT that I have, it's a POAP. What is a POAP? Proof of Attendance Protocol. Proof of Attendance Protocol. What is that? This is a proof that I was at a certain event. I could have done also a POAP for this live stream, but mostly it's for events that take place, like for instance, the Crypto Business Conference took place in San Diego last year. I was there. And I was there when Todd Smith gave a performance. He did the news. He showed, he did a performance with this new song. I would say prime time, if you want. And so it was good. It was fun to be there. And I got a proof that I was there because I have the POAP. So that's also a kind of NFT that exists. And so Todd, he knows who are the people, because I have the POAP, that were there at that moment, so he can send stuff to those people. So he could send stuff to me if he wanted to. So that's also a way how you could use a POAP or an NFT. POAP is a special type of NFT. And so, there are, of course, lots of other marketing ideas that you could have that are based on NFTs. For instance, I'm thinking of writing my next book. Okay, my really next book, that will be the book that I have written together with 35, 36 other marketers in Mark Schaefer's team, if you want. So it's Mark Schaefer, the well-known author, well-known marketing strategist, well-known speaker and teacher also. He's named one of the top 3 digital influencers worldwide. So I am in his book with my chapter about Web3. But this one, the idea that I have here would be like selling my book as an NFT so that people could buy the NFT, read my book, and resell it if they would want to, and also get access to extra features linked to the book. Another idea is to give access to a course through an NFT. So people need to buy the NFT to unlock access to the course. And of course, every NFT that you have, I showed it also earlier in the demo, people can see what are the NFTs that I have. And I showed you in the beginning when I did the demo that based on the NFTs that you have, people can see what are your interests. So this can also really be interesting for marketers. But so a book is an idea, access to a course is an idea, and also access to community. Like if you have a community, like I am in the GEM community, I have a Swoopa, which is an NFT, but I also have other NFTs, and I have an NFT that unlocks the access for me to the Sky Club, which is also in the GEM community. And if you haven't noticed it, I have some people from the Sky Club on my podcast. You have a special series with them. This some of the people, some of the brand builders from the Sky Club are on the podcast. Let me give you the link again. I have it here. So that's my podcast, cmostories.com. And maybe I will leave it on, because that's also my next slide. If you want to learn more about NFTs, you can check out my podcast, and you will see there are a lot of episodes about NFTs. There are also episodes around digital identity, the topic from last week. And there are also episodes around the metaverse, of course, which is the topic for next week. So if you would like to take a next step, if you want, you can go to the podcast, or what you also can do is check out the, I would say, oh no, that's my TikTok, that's the wrong link. That's the right link. You can also check out TikTok, because there are also videos on it and tips. But my website, web3.net, which is Web3 is Dutch for Web3. There you find articles, show notes, also linked to the CMO Stories podcast. So I would encourage you to have a look at that too. And then I would say, last but not least, I already mentioned it once, I have my W3X Marketing Mastermind program. And if this is something that you say, oh, I like to learn more about this program, the best way is to send me a message on LinkedIn, and so that we can have a chat around it, so that we can ask, can we have a small discussion? Is this something that could benefit you? Is it a good fit for you? And if it's a good fit, then we can have a call, of course, and talk about it. And there is you're just free to ask information if you would like to. Perhaps you saw the post some days ago, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, about the mastermind. So amazing things are going on. We are really learning together, sharing experiences together. I also invite guests to come in the mastermind and show us stuff, like Carlos, who gave the little demo about how to access my PDF through an NFT. So this guy, Carlos, that I showed you, he was last time on our mastermind to really answer our questions and to think with us and to mastermind and to show all the possibilities, the new possibilities of 𝐸𝐞𝐻 and what we could do. So if you are an entrepreneur, a marketer, and you just want to grow your business, want to do something with Web3, but you don't know where to start because it's overwhelming, you don't know where to go, who to talk to, because perhaps no one around you is doing those things, but you want to be ahead of the game, well, then why don't you just send me a message and we can talk about this? I think this was, in a nutshell, what I wanted to show you today. I don't want to show you too much. I don't want to overwhelm you. I just wanted you to see that there is a way to use NFTs for your business. It should not be complex. There is a path towards it. Of course, it doesn't stop with the NFT. You need to have a plan around it. So if you have questions, reach out to me. If you are interested in the podcast, just go there and listen to a few episodes. If you want to know about the mastermind, just send me a message. And of course, if not, I would like to see you back, of course, next week, because after then, the recordings will be available and you will really be able to get the NFT. See you then. Take care. Bye.